Welcome to our series on conquering adversity. Pastor Thamo Naidoo, Apostolic Leader and Elder of Gate Ministries in Johannesburg, South Africa, shares his inspirational journey with clinical psychologist Dr. Rani.
Thamo, you have a very interesting frame in your office. You had it in your Pietermaritzburg office when you were based here full-time. And I know you now have it in your Sandton office in Gauteng. And it's a very powerful frame with a single verse that says, "I will never fail thee," from Joshua. I'd really like to know the story behind that frame, because it's something that's very dear to you, and I noticed that it journeys with you wherever you go.
I was visiting India, and I was at the crossroads of my spiritual journey. I wondered where it was. I didn't see it in my office the other day. I will not fail thee, Joshua chapter 1. It was 6 months before I went to India. We were at the crossroads of our lives. It all started by me asking God a very simple question in prayer. And the question was, there must be more to you than what I'm encountering or presenting to the people. And I said to the Lord, I want to know it. And God answered the prayer in a very strange way. He took away His presence, whatever was left in me, He took it away. Sure. I felt spiritually naked and bankrupt. I felt like a spiritual zombie, but also I felt like a hypocrite standing behind the pulpit and sharing about something. It was not a subjective reality. And in that period, I was busy going through the motions of ministry, and I had this preaching appointment in India, where I was invited to speak to at a college of graduates, people graduating from the ministry. And a lady invited me. Her name was Padma Mudlia. She's very popular in certain circles in India. And when I was leaving the country, India, she gave me this frame. Okay. It was a very simple picture of the city of Mumbai. And it had these words, "I will not fail you." And when I came back, I was still in this place of confusion. And I'd come to the point where I decided I will resign from the ministry because I did not want to preach a message that I was not encountering.
Okay.
I wanted to have a subjective experience of what I share with people. And then, it's a long story, but the end of it is that eventually I came before God in a 3-day fast and prayer. And I said to Him, I'm resigning if you don't speak to me. And He said to me, and He spoke to me, He said, are you prepared to give up everything you have? Mm-hmm. And if you are prepared to give everything up, I will lead you into a journey that you've not been to before. And I will take care of you.
Okay.
And He said to me, I want you to plant a church that will be a breath of fresh air to traditional Christianity. And that's how, in the year 1994, October 1994, we planted the River of Life Christian Ministries. And it was tough days. We had nothing. We would be close to poverty, destitution. We literally lived from God's hand to our mouths. Those were difficult times. And this frame became my morning star in the darkest night. I continuously looked at it. I put it in my office and I would look at it. And those words, "I will not fail you," just echoed through me, and it kept me alive. It anchored my soul to the fact that God was preparing me for something more. When I look back now, 20 years or so later, I've seen how He's blessed us with so many things, even though during those dark days, it was words like those that buoyed me and kept me moving forward.
Sure. That's a powerful story, Thamo. Thank you so much for sharing that. Most people, when they go through life's greatest challenges, and none of us are free from the trials of life, there comes a time where you have completed your grieving process and you need to rebuild your life. I'm just wondering what your thoughts are on that. What would you say is some of the core things that people should consider when rebuilding their lives after great adversity?
I think people should know that we are not architects of our own destiny.
Okay.
We've been created to be the sons of God, sons and daughters of God, the representatives of God. Our lives are defined by our relationship with God. I think too many people are trying to find a cure to their own problems, a resolution to their own situations. And they're trying to be the God of their own lives. For me personally, I came to realize that our solace, our refuge, our safety lies in an intimate relationship with God. I don't mean religion. I don't mean just saying I subscribe or I'm an adherent of a certain religion. I literally mean coming into a personal relationship with God. And God is real. That's the first thing people need to do, is not seek to find answers for their own lives, but to find solace in God.
Okay.
And Christ has become my peace, has become my hiding place, my rock and refuge. Because we've been through many crises in life, but it's been that. And to say that you then live by having a relationship with God, you have to live by His rules. And that's called obeying His word. Obeying it, following His instructions, learning how to trust in Him. And He then sends His Holy Spirit as a comforter, as an inward presence, as peace. And many people don't know the reality. They think religion is just something that we feed our psychological makeup with. But they don't realize it can be a very deep, personal, intimate relationship with the Creator Himself.
Okay.